You guys have no idea what I'm doing. You ever get that feeling like you have no idea what you're doing? Well, I'm there. Okay, that's two of us now. You and me. 1, 2. You see, I'm fixing my hair so that I look presentable. That's the secret right there. That's the secret. So lately, I have been reading a grand old book called Slow Productivity by Al Newman. Don't quote me on the name of his name. Anyway, I'm not done with the book yet, but his first points are basically do less. Then the second point is like work at a speed that is like realistic. And the last one had something to do with, I can't remember the last one, I haven't got there yet. But it seems like he's almost saying productivity is stupid and do less. And to some extent, I agree. He's basically saying that all these famous people work slower than we think they do. I think, just thinking out loud here, I think productivity is only good in as much as it is something that we enjoy doing or that we need to do. Being productive just to be productive is not worth anything. No one's going to give you a badge for that. And even if they do, so what? It's a badge. Congratulations, you have a badge. Now maybe if it was one of those cool pins, you know, like the enamel pins, you know, if I could get like an enamel pin for my hat, there's like busy on it, that'd be kind of cool. Just because it's a pin, you might as well, you know, something else to collect. So are you busy for the sake of being busy? I was trying to ask myself this question yesterday. I was asking myself, what do I want to be? What do I want to do when I'm older? If I was to put a pin in 40 and go, when I'm 40, what do I want to do? Kind of work backwards from that. And hopefully by 40 years old, I would have a family of my own, wife, kids, and the regular norm of being productive is grinding and working hard all the time. I do believe in working hard. I think there's good biblical evidence for that. But our idea of working hard, that can really mean a whole lot of things. Because for me, I would want to spend time with my family, you know, assuming I can work enough to provide for them. If I can pay for little things that I want, little things that my family wants, obviously all of their needs, you know, pay Uncle Sam all the bills and have a little bit extra, which, you know, when you say that out loud sounds like a whole lot, and food and, you know, okay, so there's a lot of money there, but assuming I can pay for all of those things, I don't need much more money than that. It would be nice, but that's kind of your baseline. So unless I have bought back my time and I've grown a business by then, which is the goal, my plan would be to only work as much as I'm able to provide for those things. And the rest of that time, because time is money, so if you can save money in exchange for time. So it's almost like, you know, do I want money or time? And you can't buy time with your family. I guess technically you kind of can, but you can't buy health, you can't buy time, and you can't buy a couple of other things. But if people have health and people have time, those two are like very, very valuable, super valuable. So I'm going to finish reading this book and see what it says about slow productivity and how you can be slow and productive. And then I'm going to completely rewrite everything. I'm going to write my own. All these other books, they just find a topic like, hey, everyone likes the color blue, so then they flip it and like, what if you don't like the color blue? Like, that's how all of them are written. Let's be productive. What if we don't be productive? That's kind of what they're doing, like, the whole time. Every book. So I'm going to find a system that works for me. And when I develop this own system of my own, I'll write it down. And I will also sell it as a book. I don't know what it'll be called. Actually, I do, but I'm not going to tell you what it's called. I've already started writing it. It's going to be good. You know, it takes me very little time to start something and get a plan for it to go forward, but a little more on the challenging side to continue to execute that and continue to wrap it up, finish it up, follow it through, unless I have, you know, some help and accountability from other people. But it should be doable outside of that. So I'm going with the system, but that's what I've been doing recently. I've been reading that book, and I should finish it this week or the middle of next week. I think that's where I was at. But go give that book a read. It's an odd one, but I think it stands out. I'll let you know by the end of it. So a couple times I've said, go be productive. You know what? I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say, slow down. Think about your life. Think about where you're going. Think about where you want to go. Think about where you want to go with who you want to go with, how fast you want to get there. Like, you gotta have a little bit of an end in mind here. So I'm in my like mid-20s. If I wanted to plot that out, I might go to like the 40s. If you're watching this and you're in your 80s, congratulations, you've made it so incredibly far. And I would still go ahead and shoot for your hundreds. You got this. All you got to do is keep living. You've been doing it your whole life. You get to 100, and you get to 100, you just shoot for 120. If you just act like a shark and you don't stop moving, don't stop swimming, then as the Goonies say, you'll never die. Goonies never die. Or they never say die. I've already broken that law a couple times now. Okay, I'm going to Goonie jail. I'm going to Goonie jail.